Hey everybody, Steph Cozy here, and today I'm going to be shot by shot, very specifically analyzing the new Ready Player One trailer. As you guys know, I just recently read the book Ready Player One by Ernest Cline for the first time, and I was completely obsessed with it. I love it so much. It has honestly become one of my favorite books of all time, and so this movie is coming out, directed by Steven Spielberg, and I am so excited. I was honestly a little bit skeptical at first with some of the little bits and pieces of information that we have been given so far, but now that this trailer is out and I have seen it at least a million times, I cannot contain my excitement. And I'm really scared because it's actually been a really long time since I've been this excited about a movie, so I'm just hoping and praying that it does not suck, because there is a chance that it will, judging by the track record of every single movie based on a book that has ever come out. Crossing my fingers. But right now I'm going to show you every single Easter egg that I could possibly find in this trailer. We're going to journey through this together, shot by shot, frame by frame. Let's go. Okay, so the very first thing you see is the Stacks. The Stacks are this town that our protagonist Wade lives in Columbus, Ohio. It's just a bunch of like trailers and cars and mobile homes piled up on top of each other in stacks. And then we see Wade himself descending down the stacks, running off to his hideout, which in the book is where he spends pretty much all of his time, at least in the real world. In the other world, he's in the Oasis. I also like that we see this little snippet into someone else's Oasis world. As he's running through the stacks, he runs past this woman's window, and inside you see this lady dancing on a stripper pole wearing the Ioi Oasis visor and gloves and everything, all the gear. And I guess you can assume that she's a stripper in the Oasis. Then we see him entering his hideout. There are a lot of really nerdy little Easter eggs in his hideout. I found an article that lists every single thing that is in the background, and I will put a link to that in the description because I don't really feel like running down this ridiculously long list of pop culture references because I'm about to do that for this entire trailer. But if you're interested, check that out. So here we see him putting on the Oasis gear, and it is very obviously Ioi equipment. And then we have my favorite shot in this whole trailer, when he takes the visor and he puts it on and the camera like zooms around and then it goes into the Oasis, and it's just the coolest shot I've ever seen. Oh, I got goosebumps watching this. And during this whole sequence, pay attention to the music that's playing, because it is actually a nod to the song Pure Imagination in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination.
Which actually makes so much sense because Halliday's treasure hunt is very, very, very similar to Willy Wonka's legacy and what he does with Charlie and with the golden ticket and the whole contest. Are you seeing what I'm saying here? It's the same thing, but I just love that the soundtrack sounds like Pure Imagination. It's not like super in your face, but it's subtle and it's obvious enough that you can pick up on it, and I just... it's so good. Alright, so here we have Wade, who has just entered the Oasis, and now we are looking at Parzival, his avatar, who looks to have light blonde hair. We can't see his face, but he definitely does not look like the Wade that we just saw, which I'm really excited about because I was worried that because the cast is only one actor per character, I was really worried that the avatars were going to look just like the characters, and I don't want that because that is a huge plot point that would completely be dismissed if they didn't go that route. So right now Parzival is walking through the gates of this digital nightclub that I'm assuming is Ogden Morrow's 80s birthday party in the book. It's like his 73rd birthday party, and it's at this place called the Distracted Globe. And to the left of Parzival you can see two figures. They're kind of silhouettes, but you can pretty much make out who they are, which is Harley Quinn and Deathstroke. And I'm guessing we're going to be seeing a lot more DC characters in this because DC is owned by Warner Brothers, and this is a Warner Brothers film. Probably gonna get a lot of references. Now when Parzival walks a little bit further into the nightclub, you can see that there are just avatars everywhere, and also up in the air dancing above him. Now according to Steven Spielberg, all of these characters are Warner Brothers characters. Every single character in this room is a real Warner Brothers character. And let me tell you, I have sat here looking frame by frame at this scene for so many hours trying to figure out how many characters I can find. I literally can't find any except for one, which is Gandalf. He's dancing in the air, up in the sky. He's dancing with someone else, and I just can't figure out who it is. But I'm pretty sure that's Gandalf, because that is a Warner Brothers film, so it would make sense that he would be there. But he's the only one that I can figure out. So if you can find any more characters in here, let me know, because it is literally killing me. This next shot, oh my god. I got chills. I was so excited when I saw this, and also really surprised because I was not expecting to see the Iron Giant in this film. Also, in front of the Iron Giant is Parzival, I'm pretty sure, and the character walking up behind him, a lot of people have a lot of theories about who this is. I'm pretty sure it's Shido because that just makes sense to me. If you don't know, Shido is a character in the novel who plays a very pivotal role and is like one of Parzival's right-hand men. But people have thought that it was Deadpool or Lady Deadpool or a Ninja Turtle, and I'm just like, guys. But I do believe that the Iron Giant is going to play a very vital role in this movie, and my theory is that he is replacing either the Leopardon or Ultraman in the book, because my guess is they couldn't get the rights to that character and they need some huge badass robot during the Battle of Castle Anorak, which is a very, very big important battle in the book that I'm so excited to see. And in the battle, he fights Mechagodzilla. And if they don't have Mechagodzilla in this movie, I'm gonna be so sad. But can you just picture the Iron Giant and Mechagodzilla going at it? Like, oh my god, I need that in my life. This next shot, oh my god. The fact that they are able to use the Delorean in this film has me so excited, because the Delorean plays a huge role in the novel. It is the car that Parzival chooses to drive, and I just want to see the Delorean all geeked out and upgraded, driving through the oasis, kicking ass. Holy shit. Now, I'm not sure where this is in the story. The only thing I can think of is that maybe it's right outside of Parzival's campus in the oasis, or possibly it's in Ogden Morrow's house, like his courtyard or something. But I'm not so sure, because in the book, his mansion or whatever is supposed to look like Rivendell. They definitely have the rights to Rivendell because it's also Warner Brothers. But it is possible that they just didn't go that route and they made it look like something else completely, and this is what it looks like. I'm not sure what this is, so we'll see. Regardless, this shot of the DeLorean just spinning around in circles is like the coolest thing I've ever seen. This next shot, there's a lot going on in this shot, but it is very important. Basically, this is a reference to the arcade game Joust, which is a very important thing in the book. However, it is not shown in this scenario in the book at all. So that kind of worries me, but at the same time, I know they're gonna have to change things. I'm just a little worried about how much they changed and if it's for the worse. But in this scene, it looks like we have Napoleon riding a giant robot scorpion, being attacked by ostriches wielding lances. That's the joust part. And there's a bunch of like laser guns and blasters going on all over the place, and one of them, which I can't figure out where it comes from, and it might be from the scorpion, I don't know, it's a robot scorpion, it might have guns on it, but one of them shoots an ostrich and the ostrich explodes and turns into a little green egg, which is another reference to Joust, so this is definitely Joust. We've established the Joustness. Now this shot, to my own surprise, features H. This character in the middle is H, which if you've read the book, looks absolutely nothing like H. Because in the book, H is just like a normal dude. I think he's like kind of tall with brown hair, but he's relatively human looking. This is some kind of weird cybernetically enhanced beast that can like extend his torso, which is awesome. I'm super into it, but it looks nothing like H. But it's okay, I'm gonna let it slide because the whole point of the avatars is that they can look like literally anything. And I know who's playing H, so overall, I think I'm okay with it. But in this shot, H is wielding the assault rifle from Halo, which is so cool. And not only that, there are also 3 other characters in this shot. So on the far right, the first one you see is Freddy Krueger. That is very, very obviously Freddy Krueger. And H shoots it in the face and it explodes. And something that I didn't notice until like 100 watches later, because like I said, I'm obsessed, is that when Freddy explodes, he turns into this ball of coins, and then the coins fly up into H's hands, like in a video game. It's freaking amazing. Then right next to Freddy Krueger is some sort of bazooka wielding character, who if you can't tell, is Duke Nukem. What? And then this one, I actually am not sure. I couldn't figure it out. I had to ask Twitter if they could help me with this, and most people didn't know who it was. But the closest guess that I got is Blaster Master. I'm still not 100% sold that this is Blaster Master, but it's honestly really difficult to tell, so you tell me. Help me out. Then next we get a close-up of H, and this is the shot that confirmed for me that this was H, because on his chest there's a little patch that says H. But it looks like he's some sort of ogre orc looking thing. Next, we have a Rush song playing. Tom Sawyer by Rush is playing in the background of this trailer, and I am so happy about it. In the book, Rush plays a huge huge pivotal role in the story and in the treasure hunt. So the fact that they actually have Rush in the soundtrack makes me so happy, and I can't wait to hear all the other awesome songs that are in this movie. Oh my god, I'm so excited. So what we see here are the Ioi Sixers, which are basically the operatives who work for Ioi who are also trying to find Holiday's treasure so that they can own the Oasis and take it over instead of someone else. They're like your stereotypical corporate assholes. I'm not sure if this is like a reference to something or this is just what it looks like, but along the sides of the walls there are all these little blue circles, and there are Sixers walking in and out of them. And to me that kind of looks like Portal, but I don't see any orange ones anywhere. Maybe they're somewhere else, maybe they lead to like some other headquarters or something, but it could also just be a coincidence and that it kind of just looks like Portal. I don't know, we'll see. Also in this shot are some other Easter eggs. So on the far right there is a red car. That is the Plymouth Fury Christine from Stephen King's novel. In front of Christine we have the van from the A-Team. And if that wasn't enough, next to Christine we have Dizzy from Gears of War talking to Lara Croft from Tomb Raider. In the next shot, we see what's actually happening in real life in the Ioi Oasis base, like in real life, where they're real human beings. And it's kind of cool to see how that operates and how, in their perspective, they're all running to their cars in this alleyway thing, but in the real world, they're just in this like weird Ioi base. So that's pretty cool. Also, in this next shot, you can see in the background on some billboards, "Win the copper key." If you don't know what that means, I don't really know why you're here in the first place. This shot, we see another Easter egg, which is the car on the bottom left. That is a red Formula 1 car, and at first I thought it was Turbo from the original arcade game, because it does look very similar, except the one in Turbo is red and white, and this is red and black. So I asked Twitter once again, and this time, a lot of people knew what it was. So thank you guys who told me what this was, because I had no idea. And I was gonna say Turbo and make myself look like an idiot. But this is actually the red Formula 1 car from the 1980s Atari game Pole Position. This shot is one of the most badass shots and the most amazing Easter egg I've ever seen in my entire goddamn life. So first, the obvious one is the monster truck that H is driving. That's H behind the wheel, if you didn't catch it. But this monster truck is Bigfoot. Like the monster truck. But the Easter egg that I'm talking about is on the Ioi car that Bigfoot crashes into. For like a split second, if you pause the video, on the hood of the car is a freaking QR code. And if you scan this QR code, it will take you to a website called jointhequest.io, which features Wade wearing his Ioi headset and links to the movie's social media sites, which isn't really that exciting, but the fact that there is a QR code hidden in the trailer like an Easter egg is the coolest thing ever. And myself and a lot of other fans are really curious if there will be more clues, like if the next trailer will have another clue, or if this website will eventually become something else, and there'll be some kind of treasure hunt leading up to the release of the movie, and I'm so excited! I really hope there's some kind of treasure hunt involved in this, because first of all, that's just an amazingly brilliant marketing scheme, and second of all, I'm all about it. I'm all about it. Next, we catch a glimpse of the motorcycle from Akira. We also got a little glimpse earlier of her revving the engine, but this is when you can actually see that this is the bike from Akira. Definitely, for sure. And behind the wheel, this has not been confirmed, but if you slow it down, you can tell that it is definitely a woman. She got the boobies. And my only guess is that this is Artemis, because we've seen Parzival, we've seen H, we've seen Shido. We gotta see Artemis. So next we have this awesome, like, Hot Wheels loop-de-loop track thing going on. Very like Rainbow Road in Mario Kart. Flying up into the skyline of New York City, or some weird warped Oasis version of New York City. We catch another glimpse of Bigfoot rocking an American flag in the bed because America. And then we catch the sexiest shot of the bike from Akira I've ever seen. And if you look at the bike, you can see when it's coming in, there's an Atari logo on the side. And then when it zooms around, which, this shot, it gets me every time. It's so sexy. As the bike is turning, you see the stickers on the side of the bike, which are Sega, a little heart, Hello Kitty, and I can't figure out what that yellow one is. It looks like Toto or Tudo. I don't know what that is. But that just makes me think even more so that this is Artemis. Plus, like, who else could do such an awesome move? Nobody but Artemis. Artemis is the coolest. Want to be her. And then this shot. So we start from inside the DeLorean. and then we pull out as it shuts its door, and it rises up into the air, and the wheels come out from underneath it, and it just drives off, and it's the coolest thing. Also, if you look very, very, very closely, I'm pretty sure this has been upgraded, because in the novel, Parzival upgrades his DeLorean to have a Ghostbusters sticker on the side, which I don't see here, and I'm not sure if we're going to see that because copyright issues. But if you look very closely at the grille of the car, there is this red light. And in the novel, Parzival gives the DeLorean the red scanner from Knight Rider. So I'm pretty sure that's what that is. And that's awesome. I also just love the wrecking balls that are swinging through the streets because it just adds another like intense video game battle moment. It's just so badass. Now this, when the title flashes onto the screen, if you look closely, you can see that the title is actually a maze, which you could say is amazing. And if you follow the maze, it will lead you to the letter O in 1, and inside of the letter O is an egg. There is a literal Easter egg in this trailer. Are you kidding me? You could say it's excellent. And then last, we have the most not safe for work shot I've ever seen in my life, which is the crystal key sliding into its lock. So sexy. And on the key is a letter A, which I'm assuming is for anorak. But oh my god, when I saw that shot, I literally was just like, ugh, total geekgasm. Anyways, that's enough of me geeking out like really intensely. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have found Easter eggs that I did not find, which I'm honestly gonna be a little bit embarrassed about because I watched this trailer so many times, so obsessively, that I might be going slightly insane because of it. But I have also now become so devoted to this film that if it sucks, I'm gonna be like physically in pain. I will feel personally attacked by this movie if it's not good. So let me know if you guys like this video. I've never really done a deep analysis of a trailer before, but I was just really into this trailer that I felt like I should make a video about it because I just could not stop thinking about it. So that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you next time. Bye.